So today we're looking at the 2017 Flying V HP, which I don't know, I've always looked at the different Flying V models and thought, those are cool looking guitars, but never really took enough of an interest in them to go out and just, play them in the shops or anything. I mean, I've always been kind of a Les Paul and Strat guy, so I am a little more prone to wind up with the more standard models, though I've always loved the Explorers. But the HP Flying V was different because of some things that it had. This, of course, one is a demo that had the robo tuners taken off, so it's got the more pointy headstock, but the roto tuners were taken off, and it carries the titanium nut on it with the killer looking metallic or metal truss rod cover, which I didn't even realize they made until we got this guitar. So unbound fretboard, standard white dots, nothing crazy or interesting there. Dot inlays that I think are just pearloid, but they might be mother of pearl. But the guitar itself is super comfortable. I haven't strapped it up, so I really don't know how well it sits, but it feels really pretty well balanced. I've always thought that you just played these guitars sitting in your lap like this if you were going to do it, and if you were standing up, you couldn't do what you could do with some of the guitars like Les Pauls, Strats, PRSs. But this one goes from a really bright sound to a really muted sound on these pickups, which are Dirty Finger Plus pickups. And I kind of dig that muted sound because I've really just never realized what these would sound like with it muted like that. Now, that's on the neck pickup. The bridge pickup does about the same thing. And that's kind of unique for me because I like the way that goes from that. The muted sound really, when you do that, it just hides you sliding almost. away with a lot more stuff when it's muted like that. And that's something that on the Les Pauls that I've owned really it hasn't done that. I don't know if that's just a specific to the Dirty Fingers pickups or just exactly what that is all about. But that was a unique thing that I discovered about this guy. But I'll tell you what, let me set it up on some clean tone, and then it'll but I can see why people really like these guitars now. And this one might be one to own. I'll see. Out of the neck. And back to the middle. Anyway, so clean tones, but I have had the best time just running a little bit of distortion and giving it that. Oh, these pickups go to overdrive in a heartbeat. Crazy how that does that. Anyway, but so there it is. The HP modified, it's slightly modified by the folks at the Gibson Demo Shop. The, like I say, might keep it, might put it on reverb, but the bottom line is I can understand the infatuation with Flying V now, because this guitar is really super comfortable. I don't know what the neck, and also something else is, I think this neck is wider than a Les Paul, and I am not nearly good enough at shredding to really appreciate how much better that is versus the Les Paul or the other ones, because I just feel like it feels just wider. It just looks and feels wider than a Les Paul neck. So maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Again, it's all about how it feels, and it feels really good. So anyway, 2017 Gibson HP Flying V. Till next time.